and welcome to Channel KRT. I am one of your hosts, Randy Boop Beep Boop Beep Beep Boo Boo Bop Bop Beep Boop Bop.
Don't worry, this joke will make sense later on in the episode.
Huzzah! I'm Tail of the Bunny Picnic Kit Quinn. I don't know.
I'm Tyler Green, and despite all odds, I still have not bunny hopped in the traffic yet.
Yay!
That's how we're all living. Aren't the 2020s great?
Yay! And we return to the tradition that is Easter, and I am proud to say I have given up Catholicism for Lent.
Yay! I've given up Lent for Lent.
Yay!
Mainly because now I live in a house where I don't have to practice it under my will anymore.
Yay! We love that for you.
Yay, thank you.
Yay! Yeah, I also gave up Catholicism for Lent. And then I forgot to get it back. Oops.
I love that one tweet that's like, so do Catholics ever give up being homophobic for Lent, or is it just sweets?
Protestants DNI.
On a lighter note, this year we're not reviewing a bunch of bad religious movies this year.
Thank God.
I don't know. I'd be down for some more Bible Man. That was pretty legit.
Bible Man was the only silver lining in that fucking
Yeah,
thing.
Bible Man gets a pass. Bible Man was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Bible Man can stay. He's on thin ice. Anyway, thankfully this year we returned to a topic that we used to visit a lot, although this is actually the very first time, if we don't count Don't Eat the Pictures, and if we don't count the times we've reviewed movies directed by him on other podcasts, that we've actually directed a movie by Jim and was released in his lifetime.
God damn, it's about time.
Movies about fertility goddesses. Just kidding. It's about bunnies.
And this is one I've really been wanting to get to for a while. The Tale of the Bunny Picnic, which,
yes,
starting with whoever, we don't have a guest for this one for the first time in God knows how long. So what is everyone's relationship with this movie?
The guest is Kipper. He's the dog in this.
Oh no, this is the post-apocalyptic channel KRT. Everybody who could have been a potential guest is either dead or trying to kill us, so we're kind of just on our own here.
Anyway, so despite my big Muppet phase and despite me watching a bunch of stuff that Jim directed during it, I still hadn't seen this movie up until we reviewed it.
Really?
Yeah, I remember that you guys talked about it and talked about streaming it together, and so I kind of knew it through is it called mitosis or osmosis?
Nah, it doesn't matter.
Mitosis, osmosis, I hardly even know us.
But anyway, so yeah, I had been meaning to get around to it for a long time because it looked really cute, and I just never did, and I don't know why. Which, to be fair, this movie, except for YouTube, was a little hard to find for a while because outside of the United Kingdom and for a brief time at Disney release, it's never been released on DVD, just home video.
Wait, Disney released this?
It was kind of a distribution deal with the Jim Henson company, so they didn't actually make it, but they helped distribute it for the VHS release in America.
Yeah, that explains it. But yeah, I did find out about this through a friend of the show, Marissa. She streamed this for us a long fucking time ago, and I just fell head over heels in love with this special.
As you should.
It's just so fucking wholesome. And Kit, I am surprised that you haven't seen this until now because it is very kit-coded, I think.
Absolutely. It has bunnies, it has a dog, it has Muppets.
It is pretty kit-coded, yes.
Aw.
And it made us cry on multiple occasions, I'm sure.
Oh, yes. I'll get to it when we get to it, but we should also mention that this was actually the debut of Bean Bunny himself.
Yes!
Yeah, the guy who's on one of the last remaining things Jim Henson ever had creative control over.
Yes, and also sadly his puppet dissolved recently and they couldn't rebuild him. Rest in peace.
Yeah, they wanted to bring him back for Muppets Haunted Mansion, but that didn't happen.
Oh,
That's kind of horrifying.
It's fucked up how many Muppet characters haven't come back because nobody's fucking bothered to restore their puppets or at least create new ones, because you have him, you have Barkley from Sesame Street.
Yeah, for real.
That's kind of like horrifying to think about. It's like, oh man, I love that little bunny Muppet in the Disney attraction. Whatever happened to that? Did they ever find that puppet? Oh, he dissolved. What?
I've kind of been noticing that with the current Muppets too. Like, I've noticed the Fozzie puppet kind of seems like it's starting to lose a lot of fur, and I'm just like, I really hope that Disney restores him soon, because I'm like, don't let anything happen to the best boy.
Hey kids,
Real.
Fozzie's getting old and he's going through bear pattern baldness.
Hey, look, everyone, your favorite bear is being neglected and his fur is matting.
I guess you can say that I've been walked out. Ah.
This bear is a Petco beta fish right now.
Aw. And so, Randy, have you seen this before?
Nope. If we talked about it, I must have completely forgot because I saw this and I was like, I had no familiarity with this whatsoever. Oh shit, is that Bean?
I think I brought it up during our Realm of Emergent episode on Muppets Haunted Mansion, because I brought up how the dog in this special is actually the same dog in Muppets Haunted Mansion.
Oh wow, that's right.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I'm really glad, if nothing else, that puppet's still getting work.
Oh, so apparently the fucking dog gets to not dissolve, but goodbye fucking Bunny who was in the last thing Jim Henson ever produced.
Let Bean be reborn.
Let him be reborn.
I can think of two characters who would deserve to dissolve in this, but we'll get to that later.
Exactly. So this was actually co-directed by Jim and directed by David G. Hillier, and this was written by Jocelyn Stevenson, who's done a lot of writing for Fraggle Rock, Sesame Street, and she also did writing for The Magic School Bus, and, because we can never goddamn escape, several episodes of Barney.
Of fucking course, the Purple Menace shows up.
How can you have both a fucking Jim Henson special and Barney in your resume? I just can't fathom that.
Oh god, she also wrote for Pingu.
Oh, so she's a fucking goat.
Pengu isn't just them making a bunch of penguin noises and just improving an episode around that?
I thought they just like stuck something in the brain of someone who has recurring penguin themed nightmares and just recorded those.
Newt indeed.
Damn straight.
I've never mentioned it before, but as much as I love basically everything the man's done, I think my favorite period of Jim's life is kind of his twilight years, where he just really wanted to go all out and start really experimenting. Obviously, we got Labyrinth, we got the Jim Henson Hour, and of course, we got this out of it. And of course, Muppets Go to Walt Disney World.
Yeah, the 80s were a really great time for a lot of Muppet content, both obscure and well-known. This included, and I really wish more people knew about this, because this is what I think to be a sleeper hit in Jim's catalog.
Absolutely. And what's really sweet about it is that it was inspired by him going out one day with his daughter, and they discovered a group of bunnies outside, and that's what inspired him to tell it.
Yeah, he mentions that in the intro, which, depending on whatever copy you have of this, you have Jim Henson personally introducing this.
I
Yes.
did not. I was robbed of that. What the hell, man?
I know, right? I thankfully found it on YouTube on its own, but yeah.
And Jacob can enter the clip here.
Hi there. My name is Jim Henson, and I'd like to tell you just a little bit about the tale of the bunny picnic. Now, the idea for this started one evening when my daughter Cheryl and I were sitting in a park at twilight. And while we were sitting there, a whole big bunch of bunny rabbits came hopping out, looking for all the world like they were going to have a meeting or a convention or something. And about that time, a great big dog showed up on the scene. He saw the rabbits. He started barking like mad, and the rabbits, of course, disappeared in a flash. Well, Cheryl and I thought it might be fun to make up a story about what had just happened. And from that notion came the tale of the bunny picnic.
It's kind of similar to how various versions of the Snowman actually have David Bowie in the intro, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Meme school.
Why the fuck did we not get copies of Labyrinth with both Henson and Bowie in the intro?
Right?
Oh, that would have been fucking metal.
Hell yeah. And so we got a bunch of the usual Muppet alumni in this. We have Steve Whitmire as Bean Bunny. We have Louise Gold as Mother Bunny. We have the late, great Richard Hunt as Lugsy. We have Karen Prell. We have Martin P. Robinson, David Rudman, speaking of last week.
Second topic in a row with David Rudman. Holy shit.
I'm gonna say something that everyone's gonna hate me for.
Mm-hmm.
When I first heard the Little Sister Bunny, for a brief moment, I thought that was Tara Strong.
Oh, God, no.
I was like, oh, God, she's in this?
Burn.
When I heard the Sister Bunny, it brought me back to this thing that used to be on I think, Newgrounds called 30-Second Bunnies. And if you guys remember that, it was just like reenactments of famous movies, but with like animated bunnies.
Oh, I love that.
So you have wholesome like bunny designs reenacting movies such as Halloween, A Clockwork Orange, and Evil Dead 2.
Gay bygone, gay bygone. Mumbo jumbo bullshit. Groovy.
Oh, your soul, I'll swallow your soul. Thunder, die, die.
Oh my god, that's
It's fucking nuts.
The 2000s were all about taking cute, cuddly little cartoon animals and putting them in the most graphic, gory situations.
and plus we were all obsessed with Happy Bunny.
I was obsessed with Happy Tree Friends as a kid.
None of us should have been watching Happy Tree Friends at our age, and that's okay.
Absolutely.
None of us should have been on YouTube at all at our age around that time of YouTube.
Agreed.
And I say this as somebody who was sneak watching South Park around that time. Yeah, and so what's really neat about this kind of in-between period as well is that Jim got to experiment a lot more with puppet designs. So we got a lot of really cool creative designs like this and the Christmas toy. We got to see all the really cool puppets and the storyteller. The man basically got to have so much creative freedom around this time because of basically all the money rolling in from the Muppet Show and Fraggle Rock. So he was in a good place.
Yeah.
And minus some of the stressful business decisions he was going through, which
Minus Michael Eisner going, can I have Sesame Street?
No.
Can I have Sesame Street?
No.
Can I have Sesame Street?
No.
Can I have Sesame Street?
Can you take me to Mount Sesame Street? No. Can you take me to Mount Sesame Street? No. All right. Do we want to get into the special itself?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Hell yeah. All right. So I don't know why, but the narrator's voice was giving me Pepperidge Farm vibes.
Once upon a time, in a meadow near a farm not too far from here, there lived a very, very large number of little bunnies.
Do you remember when a Muppet dog almost tore some bunnies apart limb from limb? Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Remember when the main star of that bunny show got disintegrated in a storage closet? Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Remember when he was a giant walk-around character at Walt Disney World? Pepperidge Farm remembers.
But it wishes it doesn't.
Therapist, giant bean at Walt Disney World can't hurt you. He isn't real. Giant bean at Walt Disney World.
Yeah, it turns out Sweetums is literally the only character that actually translates well to walk-around form. Who knew?
Surprise,
Who
surprise,
knew?
Muppets that are built to be full body work better as walkarounds.
Also, I gotta say, the intro song that starts this off, Hello Sunshine, so fucking cute. I love it. Everything
so
about it is so
cute.
wholesome. The set with all the bunnies gathered around each other, like there's gotta be like at least 30 or 40 bunnies doing their thing. It is, I mean, it's obviously Henson. Of course, it's going to be a cinematic feat, but it looks so good.
The backgrounds in this are spectacular. Holy crap.
You really get immersed into the setting. Like, you don't really see it as, you know, just like, oh, it's just a regular Muppet set. No, I actually bought at several moments. This was like a legit field on a farm.
Right?
Yeah.
And also this song is so damn catchy, although I will say at points when they were singing hop, 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 I was like, oh god, don't remind me of the Baby Bop Hop. Nah, this is infinitely better.
Oh,
Oh.
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't remind me of Top 2011 either. Fuck Russell.
Oh, yeah. No, I wish I didn't see that.
Fuck Russell Brand. Anyway.
I've never seen that movie, and I hope it stays that way.
Huzzah.
I saw it in theaters.
Oh no.
Why?
I wish I knew why. I wish I knew.
If it helps, that same summer I saw that shitty Mr. Popper's Penguins movie. I was drugged to
Oh,
it, to be
God.
fair, but
I also saw Hot Tub Time Machine 2.
I also almost saw Spy Kids 4 All the Time in the World, but thankfully my friend and I got sick that week.
It's fucking hilarious how the last movie Jim Carrey did before basically Robotnik Fever was that fucking piece of shit.
God, yeah. So we cut to the intro that introduces Bean and his siblings Lugsy and Babble. And Lugsy is basically such a little asshole, but he does have some pretty funny moments, I won't lie.
I have a love-hate relationship with this guy because on the one hand, he's such a sassy motherfucker. I love his sass, but at the same time, he gives Bean too much fucking shit.
Honestly, what makes him entertaining is absolutely Richard Hunt.
Absolutely. I fucking love Richard Hunt.
Also, I'm not gonna lie, that's the cutest bunny design out of all of them. Sorry, Bean.
Yeah, valid.
Fair. I mean, in all fairness, it's not exactly easy to rank, which bunny is the cutest when all of them are so goddamn cute.
Absolutely.
Imagine, being, tossed in a pen with, all of these bunnies, and then they tell you, decide which one is the cutest.
Oh, yeah.
Eventually you'll find one, but it's gonna be really hard.
And so Bean is given a lot of shit by Lugsy because he's small and he's very imaginative, which annoys Lugsy somehow. It's like, dude, if my brother was this imaginative, he'd be so cool.
He's literally neurodivergent and a minor. Leave him alone.
Yeah!
Exactly.
He's literally neurodivergent coded.
I did get a laugh jumping a bit ahead when he was like,
Oh, and did he have horrible teeth?
Yeah!
Oh, and horrible eyes? And horrible ears? Are you sure you weren't looking in the mirror?
Oh, Lugsy! It isn't funny!
Cue foghorns. The line that sold me on Lugsy was, it's not because it's too small, it's because you're not big enough.
he's a little shit, but he's delightful.
I love to hate him.
I also love the little running gag with Babble where she talks way too much and everybody's just like, Babble!
Shut your fucking mouth!
What I want to know is, was it spelled Babbl, babbling on?
Yeah.
Or was it spelled Babl, as in the Tower of Babel?
It's spelled out the first one.
Oh, okay.
Alright, well, I've decided it's the second one.
Huzzah! And also, I love that somehow they act like a dog is somehow like a mysterious creature in their world. It's like, oh, there's no way a dog could be seen around here.
Well, yeah, they make a point about how they haven't seen a dog in years. And it's sort of like a mythical creature to them.
Bean, the last time anyone saw a dog was before we were born.
How have they gone this long without not seeing a dog? That's what I don't get.
Oh god, what if it's like they know they exist, but they're dog deniers, basically like, it's a ploy made by the rabbit government!
It's all part of Big Dogma's plan, man.
Oh, look at the sheep who still believes in dogs. That's just what the bunny government wants you to believe, man, so that they can go demolish Tower 7 for some reason.
That bird muppet that was flying around in the beginning, that was a drone, man.
Bird Muppets aren't real. Also, when Bean's having the fantasy sequence and everybody's saying, long live the king, long live the king, I'm just like, oh, Bean, Disney's gonna change that line so much in a few years.
Okay, now cut to Bean, but in that scene from Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Oh my god, yes.
Well, there I am. Conquer the king. King of all the land. Who'd have thought that?
Lugsy just holds Bean over a cliff and is like, long live the king.
It just cuts to Lugsy next to Bean's corpse and he's going, Bean, you gotta wake up. I'm sorry for that, guys.
That's alright, we walked into that.
Oh, millennials are traumatized.
But, the first time I saw Bean, having his escapist fantasy, that was when I realized, oh, he's got trauma.
Oh, poor baby. And also after everything he had to go through in Muppet Vision 3D.
Absolutely, which I still stand by my telling Miss Piggy to get fucked in that, by the way. She was way too hard on Bean.
Agreed. I love her, but that was too much, man.
Come on, Jim. I know this is your last thing, but she's really not that much of a bitch.
So then we get introduced to the farmer's dog, performed by Jim in this, and I love that he says what he's doing while doing it, like, bark, bark, sniff, sniff. So cute.
I love my dog Bundy so much, but, I would probably love him even more if he were voiced by Jim Henson somehow.
Yeah, Yes, I could see it. Oh, I could also see him being voiced by Bill Beretta, and I can't explain why.
Huh.
Does that make Kipper Richard Hunt?
Yes, it does.
Meanwhile, it's very obvious that my cat, who listeners, yeah, I have a cat now. It would be pretty obvious that my cat would be voiced by Alice Deneen.
Yes. Bond would have absolutely been voiced by Steve Whitmire, and Lily would have been voiced by Louise Gold.
Actually, I take it back. Kipper would be Kevin Clash.
Cowabunga. I made a funny.
And so then we cut to Bean running away from the dog and trying to warn everybody. And of course, everybody just dismisses him, which is like, again, these people just have no protocols for a dog. Like, no wonder you guys have been attacked by them before.
Man, having no protocols for something that could easily kill you and denying it. Where have I heard that before?
No idea.
Hold on a minute. So it's clear that their dad has like dog-induced PTSD or something based on the way he reacts to like the word dog.
A dog.
Literally has like dog-induced PTSD, and yet his eldest son is a dog denier?
Yeah, like I said, this family is weird. And
imagine being a 9/11 survivor and your kid turns out to be a truther. That's what this is.
A plane.
Also, if I had a nickel for every time Steve Whitmire performed a puppet that had like 1,000+ relatives, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but weird it happened twice.
If I had a nickel for every Muppet topic we reviewed in which Bean Bunny gets told to fuck off by everybody, I'd have 2 nickels as well. So
Very true.
He doesn't deserve it, obviously, but still.
Yeah, you could tell that it was a bit of a tongue twister for the performers to say great grandmother's house. It was reminded me a lot of that one Jimmy Neutron episode where Shane was like great. Cut to 2 days later, great grandmother.
Well, you know what they say about bunnies and multiplying.
Even Jim Henson can't deny that bunnies fuck, and they fuck hard.
Oh god, yeah. They've done it so much that basically all the generations are so close that they can meet a grandmother with that many greats in front of them.
Oh, so these bunnies aren't just fucking, they're incest fucking.
No!
Howdy, Uncle Cousin.
Uncle Grandpa sucks.
Hi, Mr. Enter. No, I'm kidding.
Oh man, but yeah, anyway, I think my favorite fantasy sequence that from Bean that we get in this is the one where he's a fucking kaiju.
Oh my god, yes!
We got a fucking kaiju Bean design. It's fucking amazing.
It's not even an exaggeration. They literally just put his head on Godzilla's body.
Godzilla minus Bean. Actually, funny enough, he looked a lot how like Kermit looked when he was parodying Godzilla on Muppets Tonight.
Gee, this is fun. I never get to play the bad guy.
Oh my god. Beanzilla versus dog.
Yes!
Yeah, I've noticed something really interesting with the dog puppet is that in the long shots where he's in a shot with someone much bigger than him, like, you know, the Bean kaiju or the farmer, it seems that he's more of a marionette on strings than he is an actual Muppet, which I thought that was an interesting, choice.
Yeah.
You know what? Now that you mention it, his movements were a lot more bouncy.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
I think he was a marionette.
Yeah, and side note, there are actually no human characters in this. Even the farmer's a puppet.
Oh, really? He's a Muppet?
Yeah, and he's performed by Martin P. Robinson, too, so...
Yeah, because you see him as a human-sized Muppet, I guess. But, I also don't want to think of a Muppet that's capable of animal abuse.
Yeah, the poor dog deserves so much better.
This farmer is a fucking piece of shit.
Real.
Kermit may or may not have caused 9/11. Muppets can be capable of some of the most despicable acts in history.
I mean, it is canon in Sesame Street that Rosita's dad did lose one of his limbs in, I guess, Iraq.
Oh,
so,
God.
And Elmo's uncle did die in the war, so that's canon as well. No, really, look it up. That is canon.
Is Sesame Street okay? Blink twice if yes.
Hold on. What infantry were they in? What infantry were they in?
It was Rocco. Rocco.
Yo, I fucking knew it.
I'll go to hell.
They were looking for Rocco bin Laden.
There's another Imagine spot later in the special where Bean Bunny morphs into a tree and he's hiding from the dog, and I'm just thinking to myself, God damn it, can we at least go one Easter without a topic giving us a sentient tree?
Also, the first time I watched this, I thought that they had actually used the Muppet chickens that they usually use in this, but no, they actually made new chicken designs, so that's really cool.
I didn't notice. Wow.
Yeah, somewhere there is a storage closet that is full of nothing but shelves upon shelves of differently styled Muppet chickens.
Gonzo's dream.
Oh, God.
Gonzo's going ham in there tonight. Well, wait, no, he's not going ham. He's going chicken.
Ah!
Well, I mean, he's definitely getting some breast.
Oh.
And a little bit of thigh.
You see, kids, the joke is that Gonzo fucks.
Jim would be so proud of us.
The joke is not only that Gonzo fucks chickens.
So then they go over to great-great-grandma's house, and she's magic somehow, because why not?
The way I interpreted, what the deal is with the grandma is that she's not like an actual biological grandma. She just calls herself a grandma, at least, just because she has a good relationship with all the bunnies.
Basically.
I think bunnies just constantly breed so much that they lose track of, like, whose lineage is whose.
She was reminding me of both Debbie Reynolds from Halloween Town as well as the old woman from Brave.
Ooh, yeah, that too.
Oh, yeah.
Fun fact, I've never seen Brave.
And for some reason, she's giving them the Among Us potion from the dark web at 3 a.m.
No, she basically made chloroform. That's what she made.
She also says that her sleeping potion will also allow you to hop in your sleep, which just seems really dangerous.
I would imagine that's what an Among Us potion from the dark web would do to you.
My sleeping potion will make you hop into a bunny trap!
Yay! It'll be that one episode of Ed, Ed, and Eddie. You just hop around and eat everybody's food.
Bean Bunny's gonna eat his fucking mattress.
No, wait, Bean Bunny, that fucking Family Guy scene where Peter has a dream he's eating a sheep, and there's a half-eaten sheep, like, running across the carpet.
Then Bean accidentally puts himself to sleep because he sniffed the sleeping potion, and Lugsy basically teases him and wakes him up pretending to be the dog, which is just, again, do you want to make him traumatized?
Fucking ruthless, I gotta say.
Once again, this is the eldest son of a man who has severe dog-related PTSD.
Also, fuck the farmer, but I will say that I love his logic that somehow if he eats a rabbit, it's not gonna suddenly just kill him because he's allergic.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's really contingent how this farmer is so hell-bent on making a bunny stew, but he's never thought of the fact that he's allergic to literally anything with fur.
Yeah.
I know that's the joke, but, like, has he actually had bunny stew before?
Okay, I need anyone who knows anything about medicine and allergies out there. Can you eat the meat of an animal that you're allergic to without dying? Let us know, please.
All right, I'm gonna eat poisonous blowfish next.
Man, why did that poisonous blowfish kill me?
If you don't come back with a whole sack full of poisonous blowfish, it's no food.
Yeah. Also, while it was sad, I did kind of love the little gag where the dog's trying to figure out his own name.
I'm gonna get rid of those bunnies, or my name's not, whatever it is.
It's such a cute gag, but also it's really sad because it shows how little this farmer truly respects the dog.
Literally.
He only just sees him as a weapon, and it's fucked.
Oh, yeah.
I have a quick question. Who read Shiloh in elementary school?
Don't remind me.
I did not.
Did anyone else get reminded of Shiloh?
I did not, and I'm better for it. Sure. I am so sorry, guys.
Shiloh.
I am so sorry for your trauma that I have not experienced.
We envy you, but thank you.
We read the book and I saw the movie.
Oh,
God.
Pap. Just
a little beagle.
Oh. Anyway, so then we cut to the bunny picnic and we get introduced to the storyteller bunny who has the coolest fucking setup ever.
Oh, that fucking wagon is ripped. I love it.
Yes. And also puppets performing puppets. We love to see it.
We got a fucking Muppet Show within our Muppet Show, y'all. Full goddamn circle.
I love this little fantasy cottage town with a ye old western mayor that also has a 90s bebop DJ in it.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
Bebop the Bunny's got fucking riz, I gotta say.
All right, who's gonna make the first Sonic joke about the play? Because that was Sonic and Tails.
It totally fucking was.
That's basically how Sonic met Tails. He got all the Chaos Emeralds turned to the size of a normal fox, and Tails was like, holy shit, your radioactive fucking emeralds made me grow a second tail. And he was like, all right, I won't kill you, but you gotta help me defeat this bald guy with a mustache.
Yeah, I'm just imagining some Sega executive is watching this, and then he gets to the play about the giant hedgehog and the fox, and he's like, hold up. I think I got something here, you guys.
Also, when I saw the giant hedgehog puppets design, I was like, wow, the original Sonic design actually wasn't that bad.
I mean, he's not blue, but, you know, they'll fix that in editing, I'm sure.
There we go.
But the executives want to make it more realistic and a little more edgy and like more like a real hedgehog.
We did it with Sonic, so let's do it again. Ugh.
Fuck off.
You know what? We as a society deserved ugly Sonic.
Yes.
Yeah, we really did, quite honestly.
And you know what? I'm happy the Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers movie redeemed him. He deserved it.
I know tons of people at the FBI. I'm making a TV show with him.
Wasn't he supposed to be Jar Jar Binks?
I could see that.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So somehow Bean fell asleep in the field.
Oh yeah, Bean fell asleep in the field right after he had another run-in with the dog. And, you know, both him and the dog fall asleep.
Yeah, and also the dog has a banger of a song.
Oh god, yes.
Yes, I love how waltzy it is.
Here I go. Sneak, sneak. Roar! A mighty hunter's coming. Don't make a sound. He might be high above. He might be creepy crawling over the ground. Those great big bad old bunnies gonna get a scare or two. Run, bunny, run. Let's have some fun. You're gonna be a bunny stew.
So going back to the giant hedgehog story, so the moral of that, of course, you know, mirrors the moral of this special, which is those who hurt others hurt themselves.
Which is such a good message. Oh my god.
It is a good message, but personally, I think that the giant hedgehog should have made an exception to this rule and just tore the fox limb from limb. Because let's be real, the fox was a fucking murderer.
Those who hurt others hurt themselves, and I'm a masochist.
Oh man, it's kind of given the, you know, if I kill you, I won't be any better than you kind of fable thing, which I don't agree with that. I always thought that was fucking bullshit.
Mostly agree, although I feel like because Jim was always wanting to create peace in the world for those who are marginalized, I feel like his message was absolutely towards those that were villains in real life. So.
Oh, absolutely. I love the way that, you know, the dog is handled as a villain because he has his own trauma.
Absolutely.
That, you know, the characters don't use against him. They realize, you know, hey, you're just the same as us.
Absolutely.
You know, but of course I'm jumping ahead. We'll get to that.
And so then we cut to Bean trying to warn all the bunnies, and they're all just mocking him. And then the dog shows up, and I was just half expecting Bean to say, all right, pay up, pay up.
Everybody just does the fucking shocked Pikachu face. Also, before that, we get Lugsy himself literally saying, those who hurt others hurt themselves. You're projecting, motherfucker.
You're the one who's hurting others. Come on. Yeah. And also, I was reading reviews of this movie on Letterboxd, and a lot of people were saying that it scared them as a kid, and I won't lie, I love this movie, but I can kind of see why.
Yeah, the sequence where the dog invades the bunny picnic is actually kind of fucked up when you think about it.
Yeah, and they keep cutting to him just really close-ups of all the bunnies running away in his face, and it's like, yeah, I can see that terrifying a child.
Anyone else get Sharp Tooth vibes?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did.
Oh god, yeah.
Imagine if Littlefoot just saved Sharptooth from an abusive, I don't know, what could take on a T-Rex.
Technically, that's the second one. I hate that I know that, by the way.
Oh my god, wait, hang on.
That's the one where they rescue a baby Sharptooth.
Is that Chomper?
Yep.
How come he can, talk to the fucking herbivores, and yet all the other Sharptooths are apparently too primitive for them?
Hey look, a monkey.
There's no monkeys yet!
It's just the little mice in the fourth one, which again, I hate that I know that as well. Can you tell that I watched a lot of the Land Before Time sequels before the original?
I lucked out on that front. I saw the original first, and it was one of my favorite tapes I ever had.
Lucky. So then we cut to the lullaby sequence, and I love the setting during it. It's really pretty little setting at night.
It gives comfort after basically the bunny equivalent of the Hindenburg.
Absolutely.
I would say this is more the bunny equivalent of Tatiana the Tiger.
Yeah, that's it.
I learned also that the songwriters for Fraggle Rock did songs for this, and it absolutely fits the vibe.
Oh, it shows.
Yeah.
It shows. It's the exact same vibe as, the music in Fraggle Rock. In fact, this is Bunny Fraggle Rock.
It is. Also, when they were saying how they could basically never leave their houses again, I was like, oh god, it's me during 2020.
Oh, man. This is really packing in way too many COVID parallels.
What did Jim know? Tell us.
I fucking hate that, Bean was literally proven right, but Lugsy still gives him shit. You almost died, motherfucker. Sacrifice that piece of shit.
So, he's basically Cartman.
Yeah.
Oh god, this is fucked up, but where was Lugsy on January 6th?
No, you have every right to ask that. Where was he? Where was the farmer on January 6th?
Oh, he was the leader of that thing.
He was there.
He was one of the people beating up the Capitol Police with a Blue Lives Matter flag.
Anyway, so then we cut to a scene that made me really angry, where the dog is just trying to eat.
Oh, this motherfucker. Literally throwing the dog's food away. Jesus fucking Christ.
Why'd you put it out then? Why'd you put the effort in that?
And there is no food until you've done it.
Some men just want to watch the world burn.
I hope his allergies cause him to succumb and he enters the deepest level of hell.
Can allergies actually do that?
Oh my god, what if the rabbits were all like, hey, we want to try farmer stew?
Yeah, that's how it should have ended. They should have just all ganged up on the farmers and started chanting, farmer stew!
The dog should have eaten him. The end.
Oh man, that would have been fucking brutal. I would have loved that.
So then we cut to Beans deciding to go with a plan based on the giant hedgehog scene, and cuts to all the bunnies helping build the giant bunny suit, and of course Lugsy's bragging about how he'll get the potion, and we get the most satisfying moment ever when he accidentally knocks himself out with the potion.
Oh no, Lugsy's falling asleep.
You got knocked the fuck out, man!
And not only that, the dog catches him, fuck around and find out at his finest.
We almost got that scene of the T-Rex eating the lawyer in Jurassic Park, but this is a children's videotape and we can't have that shit, so I guess they just both go to sleep.
It would have been fucking hilarious if, while Bean heard Lugsy screaming, he's like, y'all hear something?
They would have been like, we can sacrifice one rabbit.
It's okay if the farmer has some stew as a treat.
They should probably also sacrifice the mayor because he basically said, oh, well, there's nothing I can do.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's pretty typical for a political leader, let's be real. That's just normal. They probably just expected it.
Why not compromise with the dog and offer a sacrifice every time the farmer wants stew?
Also, I never, ever, ever get tired of when Steve Whitmire's characters scream, especially the Rizzo scream.
I'm not defending it, but can we talk about the fact that Bebop just fucking wrecked the dog and uppercutted him so hard he fucking flipped?
We got Muppet yeeting with the dog.
I mean,
I'll allow it.
Yeah,
bunnies are pretty powerful.
It was
man.
self-defense.
Honestly, you should always be more afraid of a prey animal than a predator. Like, with a predator, you have to actually earn them going after you, or they have to be, like, starving to death. With prey, they live their life in constant paranoia, so they will kick your shit in if you get near them. Like zebras, anteaters.
Everyone thinks that, like, the herbivore dinosaurs, like fucking Triceratops, Stegosaurus, and shit, would have all been, like, peaceful plant eaters that are safe to be around. No, you will die.
Triceratops would have fucked you up. Like, they have horns.
Not only are they paranoid prey animals, they are also extremely territorial. Most prey animals are extremely fucking territorial to the point where they would rather die than let anyone encroach on it, so you're gonna get your shit rocked.
And I remember when I lived with a cat, she was afraid of Bon, so...
Oh, yeah.
There's a reason you are not allowed anywhere near the buffalo in Yellowstone.
Exactly. And even with that, people still go up to them because they're stupid.
Like, yeah, they're cute and they don't look threatening, but they will rock your shit.
Yeah, they totally will. So, do we want to talk about the giant bunny?
Oh, God! Oh, God!
That is some fucking uncanny valley shit right there, because...
I cannot believe A Bug's Life ripped this off.
It totally did. No, but, like, it's totally some uncanny valley bullshit going on here, because it's supposed to be all the bunnies in a giant suit, but it's clearly a guy in there, so it makes the unnatural movements even more jarring.
Oh, God, that was... that bunny probably would have scared the shit out of me if I watched this as a kid.
Oh, me too.
Something.
6 months in a man suit.
Not as much as the Emperor crumbling in Dark Crystal, but still.
Oh, yeah.
That didn't just invent nightmare fuel, that invented nightmares, period.
And then the giant bunny says to the dog,
"Those who hurt others hurt themselves."
Why didn't the dog respond with, okay, that's some nice, like, Plastic Yoko band bullshit right there, but I'm fucking starving.
Also, I love when the dog is like, oh, not the giant bunny. What giant bunny?
No, he calls it this giant bunny, and, the first thing I thought of was obviously this, which, I played bass for this giant bunny.
On a side note, King of the Bunny Picnic sounds like a prog rock band name.
Oh, it totally does.
But this giant bunny kind of implies that this dog has ran into giant bunnies before, and that they're real.
Yes, he has. He ran into Bunny Henge at Newport Beach.
Oh my god, yeah, he just met a couple of Flemish giants and freaked out.
So then, of course, they all end up stumbling and falling out of the bunny suit, and then cue the farmer coming back, and then they see the dog freaking out.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about, because this scene is a perfect encapsulation of the moral. I know we're clowning on it, but it really is sweet how the bunnies all band together to basically tell the farmer to fuck off.
Also, Drums of Time made me cry. Such a good song.
Oh god, that too.
Yeah.
It's so fucking good.
When you're standing the drum of time, it tells us where to go. And your heart's away, our zero in your bow. To hate and woe. We go Roger gets the mighty, just goes Roger gets the strong. And the fight is like a night without a summer underground.
That song should become a protest song. It fits so perfectly.
It really should. It should have shown up in more Muppet stuff, quite frankly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, and so then they all managed to scare the farmer off, which I was hoping the allergies would just cause him to succumb right there, but well.
It would have been funny if his eyes were just so filled with fucking water that he just runs out into a fucking highway. Just instantly gets crushed by an 18-wheeler.
I don't know why they didn't just go full Watership Down with this thing. Like,
hell yeah.
Just have the bunnies, like, brutally, show all the gory details tearing this guy apart while he succumbs to his allergies.
Just go full Night of the Lepus.
Also, side note, I just realized we have not made a single bunny foo-foo joke this episode. Good.
Good.
Keep it that way.
Doesn't count, by the way.
I choose to repress him.
Hooray. And so then we cut to the dog thanking the bunnies, and then he's worried that he'll have nowhere to go, but then they decide they'll adopt him. And I'm like, oh. Although I will say, I'm like, so what does the dog eat exactly? Because
Yeah, dogs need to eat meat. Like, what are they gonna do with that?
Holographic meatloaf? My favorite!
It's so cute to see them bonding together at the bunny picnic.
It
And then this is the
is.
part where we find out that the narrator of the story was an older Bean Bunny.
That was cute.
Ah,
It was
we're in the
cute.
future!
No, I don't.
It was cute in seeing the dog cuddle with all the little bunnies. So fucking perfect.
Yeah.
I teared up at that as well.
Also, to explain Randy's intro, they name him Mr. D-Dop D-Diddly Dog Bop.
Which is a very creative name for a dog. I can't hate it.
Hell yeah.
Why'd you put Diddle in his name?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Do not diddle, kids. It's no good diddling, kids.
There is no quicker way for people to think that you are diddling kids than by writing a song about it.
Mr. Bowop Dabba Bop Doobity Dow.
Mr. Knickerbocker Boppity Bop.
Also, quick side note, have I told you guys that every time I'm in LA, I pass near a building called the Knickerbocker?
What?
Yep,
Oh my god.
that exists.
Holy
That-
shit!
Wait.
Escape is a feudal concept.
Oh, you know what'd be hilarious? I'm gonna go up to my friend Nick and say, Nick, Cable, I didn't get Nick as a kid, so I never watched Barney.
So I think it goes without saying, but
Keep.
huge,
Keep.
huge. I'll
Keep.
keep the tapes.
Keep.
Wow, we really gotta burn something soon.
Oh man.
Oh, but yeah, that was absolutely wonderful. And I gotta be 100% honest, I don't think Jim's directed a single thing in his life that I didn't love or at least like.
Agreed.
The man was a genius, and he's well beloved by the world for a reason. God, I miss him every day, and we are worse off without him.
We really are.
And don't let fucking creeps play him either. Cough, cough, SNL 75, cough, cough.
I've heard he might not be playing him anymore, so crossed fingers.
Oh, thank God.
Let's face it, a biopic about SNL is bound to be a mess.
Oh,
yeah.
God. Anyway, but yeah, this was wonderful. I'm so glad we got to return to the world of Jim Henson. We got to review something in Jim's lifetime, and we did not review Kermit's Swamp Years this time. Thank
The
God.
funny thing, too, is that this literally sounds like some, like, fucking kids tape you would put on to just shut them up for a bit, like, or the parody of those in, like, cartoons, like how The Simpsons had, like, the happy little elves.
Yeah.
That's what the title and the intro song of this felt like.
Oh,
Oh,
God,
God.
yeah.
And then we got a damn good special out of it.
Huzzah! Oh, yeah, and so...
Yeah.
All right, who wants to start with plugs?
As for me, you can find me on the usual spots, Tyler FG on Twitter, Tyler FG96 on Instagram, Tyler FG on Blue Sky. As for the show, you can find us on Twitter at channel_KRT, Channel KRT Podcast, all one word, on Instagram, and Channel KRT on Blue Sky. We also have our Discord server and our Facebook group, which you can find in the link tree in our Twitter bio. And if you want to help support us, you can also check us out on Patreon and Ko-Fi. On Patreon, we have exclusive minisodes, outtakes, and episodes of this very podcast at its earliest convenience. And on Ko-Fi, we just have exclusive minisodes and outtakes for $5 a pop. And of course, thank you to our pals Paul Spicknall, Tony Goldmark, Ashley Hines, and Chris Reyna for pledging to us the $10 level. And a huge thank you to our executive producer, Gomer.
Cool. I hate Twitter. Don't find me there. I'm going to try my best to finally escape.
You got this.
For social media, you can find me on. I'm MuppetVision_3D on Letterboxd. I'm Mission Breakout on Discord. I'm Mission Breakout on Blue Sky. I'll eventually get over to there someday. And you can find me making recipes for Farmer Stew.
You can find me on Twitter still for some fucking reason as Neon Tails with 2 Z's. It's pretty much the only social media I'm on. And I think I want some of that farmer stew too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, delicious.
Tale of the Bunny Proletariat.
Yes.
Oh my god, it's Bunny Farm.
Yay!
I'm referencing 2 things at once.
Yay!
Channel KRT, cut to bunnies.
hop,
Yay!
hop, hop, hop.
Hop,
Hello,
hop,
sunshine.
hop, 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 hop.
There he is. What, behind the rabbit? It is the rabbit.